Thank you, everybody. Thank you above all to Team 26. We are here because of you, and thank you for gathering us today. We are also here, at least I am here, because of a principle that I've tried my best to follow throughout my life, and certainly my life in politics, and that is do what moms demand. I think we should apply that to all kinds of other issues. We'll talk. We're also, of course, here because of the unspeakable act of evil that happened in Sandy Hook 7 years ago. After that event, people all across America came together and they said never again, knowing full well that those words would have absolutely no meaning unless people in Congress, people in government did something. And we know what happened next. Happened again, it happened again, it happened again, it happened again. And I think all of us here have this in common, that we are tired of the words, we are tired of being tired, we're fed up with being fed up, we're impatient with our own impatience. We want to get to work and get something done on this. We know that we represent America. We know that the vast majority of Americans are behind us. We are students who want to be safe in the classroom. We are parents who are scared for their kids. We are police officers, the true good guys with a gun in America who don't want to be outgunned by the bad guys. We are military veterans who understand these weapons and who know, as Mikey does and many others do, that civilians should not be running around with weapons that were meant for a battlefield. We are gun owners who, yes, believe in the Second Amendment, but who understand that gun ownership in this country should be as regulated as drinking a beer or driving a car. That is America. And we know, because we have experience now, why, despite all of that, we have not yet been able to make progress. So let's talk about the NRA for a second. It used to be something that it isn't today. It used to have the right to say that it was a mainstream organization representing gun owners in America. Agree with them or not, that's what they were before. That's not what they are today. This is a radical organization that is promoting crackpot conspiracy theories and turning Americans against our government and each other. Because of my job, I force myself to watch NRA TV from time to time. I know what's on there, right? You see somebody smashing a television and calling journalists the, quote, rat bastards of the earth, and saying, we are coming for you. Urging FBI agents to disobey their leadership. Think about that. What kind of organization does that? What kind of organization opposes denying guns to people on the terrorism watch list? Is that an organization that has the best interests of the American people of the United States of America at heart? We're opposing our effort to fix the boyfriend loophole, saying that if you've been convicted of stalking or domestic abuse, you should be able to buy a gun. How shameful that is. And now here's the good news. People used to be scared of this organization and what it represented. Even Democrats, we'd say we were for gun safety. We wouldn't be saying often what I'm saying here today. In 2018, candidates who took money from the NRA didn't do so well. Candidates all over this country, not just in the Northeast, who campaigned on gun violence prevention, on gun safety, who called out that organization, did extremely well. That's why I'm here, that's why Mikey's here, that's why we have a majority in the House of Representatives that is tired of the talk and getting to work on the action. And you heard from Mikey what we've done so far in the House. I'll tell you what it felt like. The day we passed H.R. 8, you remember that day. It was a really long and tiring day, I remember. We were on the floor of the House longer than we usually are. There were all kinds of votes. There were votes on all these procedural amendments and all kinds of boring stuff. And we had some Republicans voting with us, but their leadership was trying every trick in the book to try to derail what we were doing. There were gotcha amendments, and we were tired, and finally we took out those little voting cards and we stuck them into little machines and we hit yes to vote for H.R. 8. And at that moment, we heard something that I had not heard in my whole short time in the Congress. I heard applause. And where's that? I had not looked up the whole time we were on the floor that day. And I looked up, and in the gallery, I see a sea of red. And it was that was the moment when I realized what we had done. The significance of what we had done. The first serious gun violence prevention vote in the Congress since forever, and you were the people who did it. We were casting that ballot for you. We were your representatives, but you were the people who did it. You made us do it. You put us there to do it. And you can do it again. And we're probably going to have to do it again. My answer to the question, what's going to happen to H.R. 8 and this other legislation is, it is either going to pass with this Congress and this president, or it is going to pass with the Congress and the president we elect in 2020 by running. Last year we didn't know we could do it. We did it. Now we know that we can do it, and we know that we will if that's what it takes. So thank you so very much for putting us there to do it, for your commitment and for your dedication. And now, it is my honor to introduce the next speaker, Howard Fertig, who is himself a gun violence survivor and an active volunteer with Moms Demand Action. He is here to share his story of